This is for Rachel, you big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch. Why you took me off the motherfucking schedule with your trifling, dirty, white, racist ass, big, fat bitch, oompa loompa body.
Please hold while I get better lighting. Hold on, this about to be the tell-all of tell-alls. Let's all, take a shot. For my victory of freedom. The corporation. Ooh, we're gonna call them the corporation. Hi, welcome to my tell-all of the corporation. We're gonna call them the corporation. Obviously, for those who know me, know I'm talking about who I'm talking about. I spill all the tea. I just don't know where to start though. Like, I've worked for this company for about 2013. My hire date was October 20th, 2013. Oh my God, it would have been 8 years in this company of this toxic relationship. All right, let's start from the beginning. Hold on, let's start from the beginning. For those who know where I work, you know where I work. I will not be saying no names because, you know what, I'm not trying to put them on blast. There are more bad people than good people now, because most of the good people that I used to know that have climbed up all the way up to be managers have either quit or gotten fired over little nonsense or something that wasn't even their fault. And now we're just left with the toxic, young-minded, egotistic people that shouldn't really be managers. But the corporation, right? I had applied. They were my first official retail actually taxes, all of that stuff. They were my first job like that. So I was so excited to be there. You know, I was very quiet for the first 3 years in the company. Quiet to myself, came in, did my job, went home kind of situation. Didn't make friends, didn't hang out with nobody, didn't chat with anybody. They would say, "Hi, Brittany, how you doing?" I'd be fine. And then keep it pushing kind of situation. I didn't feel the need to get to know people because this was just my job. And I'm not there all the time. I was in college at the same time, working here, and then trying to also really figure out what I want to do in life. Yes, I had picked writing major, but I didn't know what I really wanted in life. So it was I was just the spare time I would use to invest in me kind of situation. When I first got hired, I had the worst manager. I'm gonna call her name was Addie. And she used to, I don't know if she hated me, but she used to pick on me for the weirdest things. My ex at the time would bring me lunch, because sometimes I would go straight from school to work. And at those times we used to close at 10 at night. So it's I would come in straight from school. I'd get out of class at maybe 3 or 4, get to the job around 5 sometime, maybe 4 if it was a 3 o'clock day. And I would go to work, get to fold. I was just a visual kind of person at the time. So I just focused with clothes. I wasn't even cashiering. I wasn't any of that. Because, I didn't talk much. So they're oh, she don't talk, but she's good with clothes, so we're going to have to do the visuals. Make the store look beautiful. She used to hate when he would bring me lunch sometimes when I had to come from school. He would stop by sometimes to just check on me, make sure I was good. If I had texted him I was thirsty, he would bring me a bev or something once in a while, right? Not every day, blah, blah, blah. She once came up to me and was just you can't have your boyfriend come visit you at work because this is work time. You're supposed to be working. And mind you, that whole time I was working, he would drop off the stuff, but it's not I stopped working. He would give me the bag of stuff, and I would still be folding my shirts, and I'll just put it on the side of my little folding table I had. Because they had extensions on the display tables, a little slide out tray that you pull out, and it's a little standing, floating kind of table that you could fold on. So it would be on that. So I would put the food to the side, and I would still be doing my job. And for a minute or two, he would ask me "Hey, you okay?" I'd be "Yeah." And then he would let me know what he's about to do, and then I'll tell him "Yeah, I get off at this time, so right after that I'm going home." Kind of situation, that cute little still young kind of BS relationship. That's a whole nother story. We ain't gonna talk about it, but that's how my journey started. Somewhere along the line, I started, like, she used to nitpick, like, little things like that. Like, every time we would come in or, like, stop by to see if I was good. And then, like, I started hating it. Started scheduling me, like, 2 days out of the week. So I was just like, listen, I'm in college. I still need money. Because at that time, I used to hang out with my friends heavy. Like, I'm talking, we went laser tagging, all this stuff. We just used to, like, eat out. Like, we would just... I was young, man. Still am. But, you know, it's when you're young and hopeful of the world and you have a big friend group and y'all always doing something. Like, you always find time. No matter what you doing, you always find time. Your class get out at 6. My class get out at 6. His class get out at 4:45. He could wait a little bit, do some homework in the lunchroom, and then we do something. Like, that's the kind of friend group I had. To do petty stuff like that. So I applied to Macy's. Right across the street from my old location where I used to work. If you know New York, you already know where the location is. If you know what Macy's I'm talking about, on 34th Street. Macy's is right there, and then right across the street on the right, y'all know what store I'm talking about. So, anyway, I got a job at Macy's, of course, because I'm an awesome person. Awesome vibes. So I got the job at Macy's. Macy's started giving me more hours, so therefore I started calling out the other place at the corporation, because if, you know, I'm bright-eyed, they're treating me better, they're actually answering my questions. I don't feel like I'm alone. Like, even though I didn't talk much at the corporation, like, when I did speak up, it's like my questions were, hey, push to the side. Like, you're not important, you're a little part-timer, blah, blah, blah. We don't know what your question is, nor do we really care kind of situation. And the manager low-key seemed jealous of me because of her relationship. I seen the man come into the store once, and he was real nasty. I would never let a man come to me and talk to me like that. So, started working at Macy's. Started calling out of the corporation. And then a new manager came in. New manager changed. I thought it would be a little change, but I still, like, I didn't like the corporation at all because I felt like nobody was really caring about me. Because I'm like, when I try to speak up, I'm a very quiet person, and I was very, like, shy at the time. So it's just like, I had tried talking about it to some other people that I thought would say something but didn't really say anything. They just chose to be, like, catty and talks amongst other people's back. So then, like, somehow she got around to the fact that I'm talking about behind her back, and it wasn't like that. It was just, I don't know how to approach that situation professionally. This was my, like, first professional kind of job setting. Like, I've never been in a situation like this other than, like, in high school, where you, like, can go up to the person and talk to them one-on-one, or, like, you could go tell a teacher, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not no stitch or nothing, but I'm saying, like, you could go, if you got questions and you know how to handle this the right way, because, you know, I gave up that whole life of using my fist in middle school, because I don't want to go back to that deep, dark place when I was that dark person, and, like, there was no questions asked, there was no nothing. Like, I just came out. If I heard that somebody was talking about me, fist came out. If I heard that somebody had even said my name, fist came out. It don't matter if it was good, bad, or nothing. Like, I don't want to be that person again. That was just so negative, and I hated me as that person. Because it's like, I'm thinking I'm cool, but I'm really pushing everybody I like away. Because, like, girl, you always mad aggressive, always wanting to fight, always got a situation. Nobody want to hang out with you if you always got some badness. Apparently, bye. Good vibes only. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, a new manager came in and replaced that jealous manager. It was a guy. I thought, like, you know, him being a guy, he won't be, like, with all the petty gossip kind of situation. So I thought he wasn't, like, me thinking, he's a guy, he's not going to be into this catty drama behind the back, all this situation, stuff, blah, blah, blah. No, he won't be, like, an adult, like, listen, this is work, we got to be professional, no talking behind back, whoever does their job gets the hours kind of situation. But then right down the block, they decided to do, like, pop-up shop, which was really lit, and he decided to send me there because he thought I had potential or something. I honestly think that he was just like, listen, I don't know much about her. She hasn't really talked to me. She's quiet. She seems to know what she's doing less than her kind of situation, which I didn't take back because I didn't want to be in that stove no more anyway. So I go to this other spot, have the best time of my life, meet my future man, which treats me amazing. We'll talk about that another time. Anyway, it was the best time I ever had. I met a great team. Like, it was a lot of drama, but it was also a lot of fun. Like, it's to that store. Then they end up telling us that they're going to close that store. And they're gonna remodel it to make it something else. So I moved to a smaller store, which is also still on 34th Street, just further up, which was great at first. I've really developed with my first 2 managers I had. First 3 managers. Not the first one. Skip the first one, because the first one was a girl I did not like. That was very... She could have a potential great personality if she was her genuine self and not like a person that had to be, I have to have you as a friend and I'll say whatever to be your friend and say whatever it is she feels like she needs to say to gain that person's friendship, even if it means bad talking to somebody else. I don't like people like that, and I don't like don't come up to me, pretend you're my friend, and then go talk bad to me about somebody else because you find out they don't like me. Like, be your own kind of person. And I felt business, I didn't like her for that situation. So my first 2 following managers, they groomed me, built me up, promoted me to full-timer. I learned so much. Destroyed my hopes because of the previous manager and, you know, the other situations. I felt like they didn't really care for me as an employee, as a person. So it's like whatever for this company at this point. But, you know, these 2 managers stepped in. They taught me new things. They motivated me. They wanted me to be more than something. They're like, we know this is not your end goal, but might as well, if you're here and you're doing the work that managers do, might as well work your way up and get the pay that managers get. And I was just like, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. So they ended up moving the first manager that was like training me and got me to the full-time position. Well, there was 2 of them. They ended up moving both of them, unfortunately. That helped me get to the full-time promotion. And then steps in the manager that even motivated me more to become an AM. He came in, taught me so much, but he was really surprised by the amount of things I knew and was like, why aren't you an AM? Why are you just full-time? And I had told him, like, honestly, I didn't want to be an AM on the way this corporation pays AM. You got to do, like, manager stuff, but they expect you to also get a commission, which is, it's like, if you look at it, it's a lot of work. Like, you want us to run a store, but then also get enough sales where we could have a decent paycheck. You know, like, that's what you got to think about. And it's about to die. So I'm about to take an intermission because I need a blunt. I'll be back.